Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast, and this is Jason Samkovic. We're down here in Georgia, finally down here for good, even though I'm leaving in 4 days to go on another out-of-state hunt, but just making some fine-tuning stuff here to my tree stand, and I thought I'd take a minute and show you some of the mods that I do to my, I've done to my bee stand. Most of them I do to all my stands, but we're going to kind of cover this a little bit. If you have a bee stand, you might like some of these things. I've been in this stand almost 2 years now. I straight up love it. Best stand I've ever been on, plain and simple. Now don't get me wrong, I love my original Lone Wolves. I got 3 of them I can see right there. 3 of them, 3 assaults standing right there. One still in the box, never used before. I love them. They're incredible. This stand, whole different level. There's nothing out there like this, I promise you. There might be a stand maybe that's a little lighter, but there's nothing that gives you this size of a platform in this kind of weight range. And I've done reviews on this thing, but I mean, we are talking insane platform size for next to nothing. So what have I done on this stand here? And again, it's things that I do on, a lot of it's what I do on all my stands, but since I'm using this, and you can't buy the Lone Wolf anymore, thought I'd mention this one for you. So first things I do on here is on my buckles. Some of them are very basic, but on my buckles I am running a yak grip on here. Now Stealth Strip does make a cover for this. Sorry, the lighting might actually be getting a little trickier, but this is a yak grip on this. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty beat up, but that is a buckle cover. I set my stands with the loose side here and the buckle out on the end. The reason for that is when I put my stand on a tree and I have to swing it around a tree, the buckle gives me a little bit of weight to swing around the tree and catch it. Okay, this cover, this yak grip, makes it where it doesn't make any noise no matter what I hit on metal. Okay, I get no noise, but this gives me that chance to throw it around the tree. So that's how I run my straps. I leave them on all the time. When I actually close this up to show you, when I close this, I set it like this when I'm in the stand. While I'm up there, I grab this strap, I feed it up above the bolt right here, up above that bolt, so that it kind of stays there like that, and I pull it right on through the backpack straps here like this. Then I bring it up and I hook it right on the adjustment knob, and I kind of leave it down here and I pull it tight like this with my hand out there like that, and then that's how I carry it. That keeps that from sliding down, that keeps it there, and that strap just stays there. It's perfect, simple, works good. When I get on the stand and I need it, I throw that down through there, open it up like this, stick it on a tree, that's already there. I can bring that right around and hook it on. So it's just a simple system. So that's something that we do automatically. Now, I also run stealth strips on my cables, okay? I did not do this before on my Lone Wolf assault stands, but this one is a little tighter in the back than the Lone Wolf was back there, so there's more chance of my boots rubbing. Stealth strips are incredible. They're one of those things that I wish I would have found many years ago and I didn't, and now that I do, I can't not have them. I use them on so many different things. So stealth strips there. I do keep a stealth strip. This is my second patch on here where this is, where the seat bracket is, just so that that doesn't make noise. Again, we are going to be shadowing a little bit here. Sorry about that. I got all that light back there. But I put a piece of stealth strip right on here, just like that. So you can see that on there. And I also chamfer my points on this too. So I will show you that too. But I need to figure something out here better light-wise. Hold on. Let's see if we can make this a little bit better. And I can bring that in and it should help. But I chamfer on mine. If I have to, I will even light them this way. But I put a chamfer on each one of my edges right there that you can see. See how they got a chamfer on them and they're not a true 45 or true point there? I knock that point off, okay? I do that on all of them. I also do that on the bottom of my teeth platforms. Okay, I put a little chamfer on there just to knock that edge off. Okay, so you can see it there, just enough to kind of knock that edge off of there so that they don't bite on a tree, because that toe hook method is a joke. Nobody should ever be toe hooking a stand. When I put this on a tree and I set this up and I have that hanging on there and I wrap the strap around and I set it, all I got to do is before I step into it is just take my foot, put it on there, and just give it a little bump like that, and it slides and locks perfect. It works incredible. I keep a piece of, this is a piece of aquarium tubing wrapped with electrical tape on there, and another one right here. Okay, I have 2 of them, one there and one there. You can see both of them. That way when I close this up, that stand where it touches here with the seat and touches here with the frame, they stay quiet. Okay, there's no noise, and even if my seat closes up, it hits that and makes no noise. There's that bumper right in there. So I do that on all my stands as well too. It's, like I said, simple, all the time kind of things. Now, on my seat, we did make some changes on the seat here a little bit, okay? I stealth stripped the seat. First, I duct taped it. You can see a duct tape on the back side here as the light hits it, duct tape. Then we went to stealth strips, and we use stealth strips on there, which I love, which is fantastic. And they give you these straps come with it, okay? These Velcro straps. I put zip ties around all of mine. All 4 of them have a zip tie on them to keep them so they never come loose. So if it's riding in the back of a pickup going down the road, there's no chance of that opening up. So it's just a simple zip tie. I bury them on the inside, get that light to hit them. You can see them right there, but you know, just a simple zip tie keeps that nice and tight. Now also notice I have this notch cut out on the back of my seat. See how you can see light through there? That notch right there allows me to lift and lower my seat without the seat actually touching it. Again, I'll keep that light on there, okay? But now it does not touch when I do this. So when I'm, there's no, because before it would occasionally, you get a little squeaking from that seat pad rubbing the seat post. You can even see that I put stealth strips. Again, I am fighting lighting and sorry, but I put stealth strips on the top of the seat post hoping that I could prevent that from happening, but it didn't help, okay? It was still doing it. So finally I notched that seat. I actually took a knife and I notched it out and cut it, put more stealth strips on there. It's been held that way all season. It's been fantastic, but now I have that clear gap through there, so when I raise and lower my seat, I don't get any noise of that seat pad rubbing against there. And now I lean on my seat a lot. What that means is, notice it's almost flush here, but yet it's sticking down much further down here in the bottom than where the frame is. You could put it up forward, but I'm one of those guys that will take my stand and it'll be sitting here. I'll put this on a 45 and I lean against this in a tree rather than sitting on it. I just kind of lean on it. Well, when you do that, you push the pad backwards. So that's why it sits like this. Well, then when you push it backwards, you could get that noise rubbing on there. So me fixing that is that notch that we put in there just like that. It was simple, stealth stripped on, just kind of wrapped on there. Again, gets pretty beat up for me carrying it, but like I said, fully functional, works like a champ. So we do that to them. And that's really about it other than that. But the chamfers happen. Again, it's all about being quiet. Like I said, I have this piece on here, 2 pieces of stealth strip. So when that seat bolt comes down, there's no chance of that making any noise on there. Seat dead quiet on every level and taken care of. Because if I am sitting and a deer comes in, I like to stand to shoot. I don't want to be seated or sitting down when it happens. So as if I'm sitting down chilling and all of a sudden I look and see a deer, I am going to reach my hand back as I lift my body up and I'm raising that seat like that out of the way. If that thing goes or creaks or makes a noise, that can be a problem. So by me making that notch in there, make sure that I never have that problem because of that notch right there, letting me clear that seat post completely with it. So that's why it's there. Now when I'm sitting on it, I don't even know that's there. It doesn't even bother me. I don't feel it. I don't anything. Again, this is 2 seasons with a V-stand. Little things we find. Now, this next one here, what we do is, I'm going to show you on this side, and I will probably need my other light to show it so that the light catches it. But now if you look at this box right here, okay, this particular box, you will notice that there is some glinting around the edge of that, okay? I chamfered that with a file as well too. That box, this box right here, this box right here, and this one right here. Those are where the straps of my pack go through. So when this is sitting on my pack and the straps come up through, it's chamfered on all sides. Even here, you can probably see that light hitting it. But right here, again, I'll come in closer here for you and show you. But it's just a little bit of file work, and I did this on my Lone Wolf too, but just to prevent my stand from chewing. You can see that on there right there. It is just to prevent my stand from actually chewing the straps up. Okay, these stands today, especially this style where it's it's water jetted out and stuff, or cut out, however they do it. But they're sharper edges. My straps are coming up through here and going across. I don't want anything to happen. So I actually, like I said, just took a file. All I did was take a regular, like this. We got one sitting here somewhere. Yep, right here. Just a standard file like this. Set that on there. Okay, just like this. Can you see? Yeah, that's all I did. Okay, just give it a little couple of slices, like that. Okay, I'm not hurting nothing, I'm just knocking that edge off. And that same thing, I did that all the way around this whole thing. Just knocking that little bit of a hard edge off. Like that. And what that does now is means that my straps aren't going to get chewed up by that hard edge. Something little, something easy, but it works good for me and it prevents any of that. Again, I never had a problem. It's preventative maintenance. That's what we're after, is preventing problems from happening. So that kind of thing is done, and that's really it. Other than that, it's basically ready to go. And like I said, it's phenomenal, but hopefully these little tips will help you with your stand, fine tune it a little bit, make sure it doesn't bust you at that final moment. This thing is dead quiet. This is the quietest stand I've ever owned. I love my Lone Wolves, but they creaked occasionally. If you were on the seat and you twisted your body, you get a weird pop. You'd get some noises from it. You knew how to deal with it. You knew what they were, and you just adjusted with them. With this, I have no issues. None whatsoever. One time I had the seat go, when I lifted it up. Guess what? We solved that problem in like 6 minutes with a razor knife and a piece of stealth strip. Could have used duct tape too, but we solved that problem instantly right there. The bat wings and the brackets on all my stands, they bite the trees too hard. Quick little bit with a file. Again, you just take a file, give it a little, I'll be on the bottom side, but you just give it a quick, like that, done, like that, done. Just knock the hard point off of them. Same on the bottom of the teeth down here. Just knock the points off. You're done, and you're basically set to go. And now it sets on the tree and locks rock solid, perfect. Little things matter. Little things make a big difference. Those are the things that I do. Now, as far as maintenance for this, since it is my second year and I'm using it over 100 times, I'm hanging it 100 times a year. Next season, I will get a hold of Dan and I will put brand new cables, all brand new hardware on it, and have the thing completely, all new washers, new cables, and new bolts and new hardware, and then this thing will be basically back to 100% new. I will do that every third year with this stand. This is probably the last stand I will ever own, realistically. I have 3 Lone Wolf Assaults. They're incredible. They will work for me for anything I need. I'm not getting rid of them. And I have this as my main go-to bee stand. If something happens to this, I will use one of them until I buy another one of these to replace it. But this stand, like I said, is probably the stand I will use for the rest of my life. It is by far the nicest, highest quality, best hunting stand I've ever used, period. So, and this is how I set it up, some of the little mods I make. So hopefully you enjoyed it and it helped you. Thanks for watching.